I enjoyed every moment of being a mother. I think it is the most gratifying, the most amazing role I have ever done. I can't plan anymore. Everything is according to Jovan's timing and schedule. Everything is now him. Hinaya was a much more, I think, calmer child. Yeah, it's
Can
Hinaya.
she come in? I can just wave her hi.
Yeah.
Hi, Anaya. How cute.
When I had entered the industry, it was a very different time. What was important and what will always be important for me will be my personal life. Yes, exercising is a very important, vital part of your health.
Yeah.
At the same time, the most important thing is eating well. Us being prepared that he's retired, we knew that this day is coming really soon. The day it actually happens, it is a very emotional day. And it is emotional, I won't lie, because he's played the game for 22 years.
True.
As a spouse, it is something that you are in the andar se thoda sa ho raha tha emotional moment ke this is it. Yeah, like really we're not going to see you play anymore. Like the best two words are rab rakha.
Wow. Thank you so much, Geeta, for taking time for us. It's real privilege to have you with us.
Lovely to be here.
Coming to your journey, I just want to know today, from this moment we're starting, how difficult it is for you to manage time. Do you really plan your things around time, or you manage time? How do you do this?
I can't plan anymore. Everything is according to Jovan's timing and schedule. Everything is now him. Hinaya's older, so she had a routine. She has a strict timetable as to what happens when, schooling, bedtime, breakfast time, lunchtime, everything is set, But then when you have a newborn, our schedule goes for a toss. There's no schedule as such, and everything is according to Jovan. When he goes to sleep.
Is it a deja vu? Like you're living it again?
Yes and no. Honestly, you forget a lot of things when you have a ceremony, because it's like, oh my God, how did I do this? And everything you have to recap and Google everything again, or get books and read about it, because you actually forget. You forget what you used to give, the weaning process, especially. Oh, what do I feed him? Like, what do I feed? What should his lunch be? What should his dinner be? And Hinaya was a much more, I think, calmer child. Like she was more easy that way. I think Jovan, he's a bit boisterous, being a boy. I think, I don't know, these guys.
Yeah. You started comparing unknowingly, right?
Yeah.
It happens.
Not just because of the sex of the child, but generally the personalities are so different.
Yeah.
Like they're both your children, but both of them have their unique personalities, unique traits, and I think that is what makes them who they are. I think Jovan is definitely different to Hinaya. Hinaya was one of those babies who would sleep around, say, through the night.
Wow.
Be
Quite an easy to handle child.
जगह पे बैठी रहेगी, एक जगह पे अपने toys खेलती रहेगी. Jovan is all over the place. He's starting to crawl now, so he just doesn't sit still. He's just like under the tables. Literally, we have to now think of all these things that are around the house, move them out the way. Our house has now become a nursery, so the rug now shifted to being a play mat. So there's a play mat on the rug, and like we've got toys all over the place.
But wasn't it like the second pregnancy makes it a little more, you're familiar with it, it becomes like, you know it all. You said you forgot it, but kind of like it's not the first experience, which was much more touching to you. They say the first child is more special, right?
Pregnancy, if you're talking about pregnancies itself were very different as well. So I don't say that both of them were similar. No, because Hinaya's was not a pregnancy during a pandemic. So I was much more free. I was much more able to do things, much more physically active. Jovan's was more, I was restrained in physically. I had little to do. I had another child to look after. Hinaya's was just about me, about what I want to do.
True.
Joe was more about Hinaya and her time, her attention. So I would even say the pregnancies were very different. I can't even compare the two. Um, and yeah, like I said, even after having both these kids, Hinaya wants my attention, Jovan needs my attention. So it's balancing between the two, which is a task sometimes, because there's only one of me and there's two of them. And I feel like,
I think what takes a backseat is your relationship. Do you see that? Do you get time enough with each other?
not at all. I don't get time with myself. First,
Yeah.
time with myself also. I think that is not there. And Budgie anyway traveling most of the time. He was
True.
really, in and out of the house. So his is.
Coming to your journey, there's something like when I was told about you doing more videos and coming back to your acting career and all, do you really believe in something like a comeback, or you took a break, or you think it's a process that's still going on with you? How do you look at your journey with films and career?
Sabbatical after, so when I entered the industry in 2006, and till about 2012 I was doing movies, and it was a very different time for a girl. It was a different era. I think the generation now has changed, not just in terms of the people in the industry, the way the process is now of getting movies or getting these amazing OTT kind of series that the opportunities which are there.
True.
It's a totally different ball game today. When I had entered the industry, it was a very different time. And girl, forget being married or having kids, even dating someone was a taboo. Actresses would hide their relationships. You'd
Yeah.
have to kind of put it undercover. You'd have to deny it. You'd have
True.
to kind of, not be linked to anyone, because it would hamper your career. They would think that you're getting married. They'd think that you have kids. So these things were definitely a very different time for a girl. Today, the way the generation has changed, I think it's the best time for a girl to work. I think it's amazing opportunities that are there, that you can work, you can have kids, you can be married, you can have a live-in. It doesn't matter. Like, it's all about work. It's about the opportunity. It's about your work speaks today. And that is something that wasn't there when I had entered. So I think that was a struggle at that point of time, when
Yeah.
my relationship used to be the more forefront of that, was what was spoken about. Shadi kab ho rahi hai, ye venue set ho gaya hai. And at that time, we weren't even dating, and shadi ke pehle hi rumors aa gaye the. And I think that was something that I remember distinctly, that you'd have to struggle, me being new to this industry, to this country, to the way of work, the way it happened, the culture. It was a time that I had to figure out, like, how does it work? Like, how do you? I think the train had just released, and it was really popular.
Yes, I remember that time. Yeah.
People were like, who's this girl? And suddenly, the moment it had released, that was it. My relationship was spoken about.
Do you feel that it's not the right way? Your work was not taken so seriously, but your relationship was given the more limelight, and you lost to be considered.
Because you constantly deny it, and I just didn't understand, because I'm not from that kind of culture. Like, abroad, women actresses were married, they'd work.
Yeah.
You've got most of these Hollywood stars who were married even at that point of time, and they're happily working. They had a career of their own. Here, it was a different
Two
mind,
different world. Yeah, it's not
and
the same.
I couldn't understand that. I said, what is the connection between your personal and your professional life? Why does it have to be compared, or why does it have to be like this or that? Why can't it be
Yes.
that, like, and why does a girl have to compromise on her career or
Yes.
professional life or her personal life to be in the professional life? Like,
True.
I think that it just kind of blew over my head. Like, I just didn't understand it. And then slowly over time, you kind of figure out, and what was important and what will always be important for me will be my personal life. Like, it will always be my priority. My kids, my husband, my family, they will always be number one. And at that point of time, my husband was my priority.
Yes.
And today, when I look now, my Hina is slightly older, and it's a great time to be out there working. And that's the kind of role model I want to be for my kids, that a woman works. I've grown up with a mother who works, who was a businesswoman, and she raised three kids amazingly. And I think that is something that I would want my kids to look up to me as well, and say that my mom was a working mom, and she looked
But
as well, balance your home and your work.
were you even judged when you chose family? As you said, it was your priority, but you chose family. You got into full time being a mother and wife and everything. Were you ever said that, hey, that was easy for you? You just chose it because things were not working out there. Was that kind of judgment also related? Just because you prioritize something, you simply do that?
No, I didn't care what anyone would say. I wasn't even living in the city. I was living in Punjab, and for
Yeah,
me, time I enjoyed every moment of being a mother. I think it is the most gratifying, the most amazing role I have ever done. And I just feel like I didn't want to miss a single day of Hinaya's growing up. I didn't want to miss her milestones. I didn't want to miss. And the fact is, I'll be very honest with you. I'm in a city where I don't have any family around.
true.
I don't have my in-laws or my mom or anyone that can help me with if I wanted to go to work. I have family around too,
Yes.
kids. But today it's different. Like my mom, so she's semi-retired. So it's nice that she's there. So if I do choose to work, or if I go back to work, I know I have family around that can help me with the kids. And Harbhajan is also there. So we'll figure it out.
Geeta, you're always known for your fitness. As a fitness idol, if I can say that, a lot of people talk to you knowing that how to stay fit post pregnancy, during, or anyway in life. I think you're always fit when we saw you in your initial days in movies. So, what is your mantra? What keeps you going? Is it a passion? Or is it something you're learning on the journey that's easier? Because it's not easy for all the mothers or to be mothers to get into that space. They think for glamour people, it's easy. It's their job. They have a team working on them.
We're humans, right?
Um,
Like everyone has their own
I-
great, everyone has their own way of shedding
yeah.
or gaining or whatever. So it's not like आप industry में हो तो सबसे easy होता है. It's not like that. Okay. So basically, I've had a lot of questions that have come to me, especially on my Insta, regarding fitness.
Yes.
How have I got back into shape, or what is it I used to eat during pregnancy? For me, fitness, yes, exercising is a very important, vital part of your health.
Yeah.
At the same time, the most important thing is eating well, and that is something I've always had. I think it helped me in the sense that with Jovan and Hinaya's pregnancy, I never had any cravings, so I never wanted to.
Wow. You're one lucky one then.
Yeah, I guess, or I don't know, lucky or not lucky, I was hoping I'll have some form of craving, enjoy
Yeah.
my pregnancy and thoda husband ko tang karun ke mujhe ye.
So no mood swings, no tantrums around, no?
Yeah, no, not at all. So that was there, not there, but I have always had that mantra in my life that I think majority of your problems or your health habits will be sorted out if you eat well. Your diet should be right. And that is something that even today, I eat well. I get my kids to eat well. Junk, I'm lucky, touch wood, I have a daughter who's not into junk food so much. She likes her home food.
It's quite natural, I think, coming from you. As
Yeah,
I see you very conscious about it, it's quite natural, no?
I don't know, but kids are kids, right? Like she doesn't like French fries. Which kid doesn't like French
I
fries?
know, I know, I've never seen that.
French fries. I
Yeah.
say no to fries. My daughter doesn't like French fries. So they
Wow. No, but there's no specific regime or something that you followed that this is what, because I think people struggle a lot. There's a lot of judgment around when you come out into your back in shape and your normal life, but there's no such specific thing you really believe in.
right now, honestly, I'm not gonna lie that yes, I do yoga and all that. No, I actually have no time to even do yoga right now.
Wow.
Legit yoga, because I'm very
Running out.
kids. I'm very hands-on. So I like to be. I think that's most of my exercise with running after my daughter. She's hyper. She's all over the place, jumping around, this and that. So she wants
That works for you.
action. And yeah, but I will get back into my routine and regime. I think slowly in the next couple of weeks, I am looking to get back into my yoga, get back into fitness. But right now, it's just been about eating well.
there's this whole conversation that goes around, especially with cricketers' wives. They go and they cheer, they're the best cheerleaders for their husbands, right? You've been there, you've done that. So, was it also difficult, besides being the most proud moment for you? Was it also difficult because we see you being judged too much easily about what you're wearing, how they were behaving? What goes through you? We want to know that. Like what goes through the audience as we enjoy the sight. All the limelight is on who's cheering for the cricketer, what's she wearing, what's she doing, is she carrying the child, can we see the face? So how does it work on the other side? What goes through you? Is it as normal as it appears?
So when Bajji was playing for India, I
Yeah.
didn't do much with him because at that point of time, girlfriends weren't really allowed to travel. The first match for India that I watched, okay,
Yeah.
is literally 5 years after I was dating him, was the India-Pakistan World Cup semi-final match. That was
Wow.
the match I got to see of India.
Wow. How was the experience? Yeah.
It was something you can't ever forget. Okay, that was the kind of experience it was. It was the best experience of my life. But that saying, at that point of time, I wasn't allowed to travel, so
Yeah.
so I missed out on all these amazing matches. I went to his 100th Test match, so I remember that it was an amazing experience. But the most amount of matches that I saw of him was when he was playing for IPL. So Mumbai.
Yeah.
So I was in the stands cheering, and me and I would take Hinaya to witness her father play.
Yeah.
That's something I always wanted, was the kids to watch their father play, like to see what he does.
Yeah.
And the pressure, no, I don't think you really, when you're there, your mind is just on the game,
Just enjoying the game. Yeah.
husband's doing, and enjoying the moment of if they're winning, and stressed out if they're losing. I think that was more of what was going on than
I
to.
think Harbhajan did crack a joke in one of the show's interviews where he said that he was apparently losing and he was so excited about it. I don't know what was it about. It was about little ignorance on the game, or just out of the.
I didn't know cricket. I had
Yeah. So
and then
I think.
waving the flag, and he had got out, and I was like, oh, and my friends were like, they just got out, and you're waving. Oh God, I'm so sorry. I didn't even see. I can't even see that far. There's me trying to learn the game and to understand what this game is about. So,
True. I was also reading the heartfelt note you had for Bhaji when he decided he called his retirement out. And I think it was very touching the way you expressed. It was so nice. I rarely see people come out and express with so much, though you can say that to him. But, the way you express, I want to know, you also had to make a switch in your life. I'm not comparing, though. His journey has been long, and you also have your switch of choices coming to family. What is the feeling like? How do you guys take it? How do you deal with it? He also uh, retiring from the career, or you making a switch. Was it the similar kind of a nostalgic feeling you felt, or what was the feeling when you expressed this?
it wasn't an overnight decision for him.
Yeah.
He was semi-retired. The only form of cricket he was playing was a T20.
Yeah.
So it didn't come as a surprise. It was more about, when is he going to make the official announcement? That was what he was waiting for, that when is the right time to announce. But even us being prepared that he's retired, we knew that this day is coming really soon. The day it actually happens, it is a very emotional day, because it does hit you that this is it. Like, you're not playing international cricket anymore. And in fact, I was just telling him the other day, like, IPL's around the corner, and it's so weird for us to not see him a part of a team. Like, is the whole IPL kind of thing has changed for us.
Yeah.
The dimension of the game has changed. Like, it's
True. Very true.
weird for us not seeing him as a part of any franchise, and not seeing him play. So I think that hit me. And it is emotional, I won't lie, because he's played the game for 22 years.
True.
That's all he did. That's all he knew. And I think he was anyway prepared. He's very strong about it. He was pretty okay. He said, the time has come. I have to hang my boots, and that's what has to be done. But as a spouse, it is something that you are in the andar se thoda sa ho raha tha emotional moment. Okay, this is it. Yeah, like, really, we're not going to see you play anymore. Like, but it was something that was coming, and we did prepare. We knew this was going to be there. So
it was a tough decision, even though something was expected. Yeah.
Not I find it very difficult to express in words. Like I find it very difficult to write things what I feel, especially on Insta. And I feel like um, I said what I had to say in person, but on Insta it was one of those things that what do you write? Like how do you express it in a
Oh,
publicly? It's a very we are very private. We don't like to
yeah.
we don't express so much, but that was a day that we I had to
Because it is difficult. I mean, for us to see him choose that, they make that call is one thing, as people quite expecting a lot out of him. But as a partner, you know what goes through a person emotionally, who's already contributed so much to the nation and,
yeah,
been there. So
it
it's
is.
not,
It's like I think even Hinaya, because she knows IPL is about Papa, like
yeah. So getting,
waits for the game and she waits for him to be there and play and but it's okay. I think now there's other leagues as well now for
yeah.
them to play where once they're retired, so we'll watch him play there.
But there's something called hashtag goals. Okay. So much things go on hashtag on Twitter, on Instagram. So you just want your one opinion, one thought on this. So first is your hashtag relationship goals. What do you think about that?
Hashtag relationship goals.
Yeah.
Don't look at social media.
Okay.
It's fake.
Okay.
Everyone shows them what they want to see,
Okay.
what they want to show. But I feel that everyone, when you look at social media, it's like who's really a relationship goal? Like every relationship have their ups and downs, and
So
but
what is your mantra for relationship goal? What do you think you believe in? What works for you?
distance make the hearts grow fonder.
Oh, really? Even now, after so many years?
Yeah, you get the butterfly. I love having him around, and I think it's amazing when the whole family's
How
together.
nice. How nice. I think
It's nice when we're all together. I think the lockdown was an amazing time for us because I think that's when we really lived like a married couple.
very rare to hear this. I heard the other way around. I think people could really not stand each other.
But I'll tell you why. Okay, so since we've been married or ever since we've had a relationship, we've never ever been together for longer than 10
Really?
days.
Oh,
Okay.
wow. So that's just,
Was on 10 days, 12 days, he's flying off, I'm going somewhere. And for like a couple of weeks, we're not together. And then again, like for 10 days, 12 days, we're together. And then again,
wow.
it was a very long distance relationship. Lockdown put us together like a married couple, and we're together like for like no escape. You're in these
Wow.
jagda bhi hua, so you have to stay like there's nothing
It
you
was fun because after long, you might have actually got to live with the person you're married to.
and that was a proper time that we actually had together as a family, and I
Wow.
absolutely enjoyed it. We were playing games, and Hinaya was loving it. She had both her parents together under one roof, like for such a long amount of time.
That is so amazing. Second is parenting goals. Hashtag parenting goals.
Parenting goals, fun times,
Fun
like
times.
uh,
Hashtag fitness goals.
fitness goals. What comes to my mind when I talk about fitness goals? All these like
Eat
yoga.
healthy, yoga. You're a yoga person, so quick to answer that. We have a very short, quick fire also. What is the most exciting? I think you've answered this. Most exciting match you've seen of Bajji. I think you've quite mentioned that, right? The
Yeah,
semi-final that you.
there's loads. I can't actually give one. Yeah, the semi final match. Obviously, the final match
Yeah.
was
Yes.
so many for Mumbai Indians, where he's won the game for the team, where he scored the fastest 50, where he used to come and people used to be like, Bajji Abibi, he's win it for our team. And just lot of fun moments, fun memories of the game.
Your favorite food in India? What's your favorite food?
Truffle
Street
pizza.
food. Huh?
Truffle.
Sorry? Okay, wow. But street food, if you have to choose, because you're not from here, so how do you relate
Street.
to the time?
Can I mention three?
Yeah, you can, please.
Save Puri, golgappe, like,
Wow.
and vada.
Wow. All the three junk foods that you chose were like the favorite in Mumbai. And who would you like to work with if given a choice now? Is there any favorite that you're looking forward to?
Ranveer Singh.
Yeah.
Like Ranveer Singh. He's
Any reason per se is energy? Is that vivacious?
no, he's a definition of an actor. Like
Wow.
he's a full package. I feel like he's an amazing actor. The energy, his talent, and a great guy. I think he's.
And the last one is the place you would like to choose to stay in, Punjab or Bombay? Any place? I think Jalandhar, right? Mumbai? Any specific reason?
I love Mumbai. It's I think
Yeah.
favorite city. It's one of
Favorite
my favorite
city?
cities in the world. Yeah, I love this city. It's my I'm in love with this city. I feel like it's everything is in this city.
But before we close, Geeta, it was so nice to know you're real. I can see the joy when you talk about Harbhajan's cricket stint. I think you just enjoy and live it again as we speak about it. And especially, yeah, we can just see it beaming through your eyes. You know, it's all full of those moments there. And also through your journey of raising your kids beautifully. I wish I could see Jovan also, but I understand you must be out there sleeping. But we wish you a lot of best wishes for the projects that come by, and hope we see you in movies and videos ahead. But before we leave you or let you go, you leave us with some thought. I know, do you speak Punjabi well? Can you leave us with a thought in Punjabi? I heard a lot of Hindi in between. I thought you would be difficult in speaking that, but something in Punjabi or a song, whichever you choose.
The best two words are Rab Rakha.
Wow, how sweet.
Best thing to sign off with.